Woo! It's getting sad, man. It's really becoming sad, man. You guys are really starting to embarrass yourself, man. Like straight up, just straight the fuck up, man. What's good with y'all, man? Snax on Sports. I'm back with another one, and I'm just at this point, man. I'm drained, bro. This whole debate, which should not be a debate, it just it's just draining for me, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know what to say, man. But I'm gonna figure out the words. This man Isaiah Thomas, bro. Like, bro, it's too petty at this point, man. This man got to be almost 60 years old, dog, if not 60 already. And this is what you choose to do, you know, bro. This man on First Take this morning with Stephen A. Stephen A. dropping knowledge. Stephen A. letting him know what time it is, man. And at this point, like I said, man, I'm just exhausted, man, with talking about this shit. And part of me is just like, you know what? It is what it is. I don't even give a fuck, really, to be honest with you. You know, you want to take LeBron James over Michael Jordan? Have at it, bro. You know, do whatever the fuck you want to do. I'm taking MJ, bro. And if you know basketball, and if and anybody that is old enough to have watched Michael Jordan, as well as LeBron James, from an eye test standpoint, like, it's not close, bro. It's not close. I always say that I don't have no dog in this fight. I have, it does me nothing to say that, it does nothing for me to say that Michael Jordan is better than LeBron James. It does nothing for me. I gain nothing from it. I make no money from it. It doesn't make my life better. It's just what I know to be facts. It's not opinion. It's all this your opinion. No, this ain't opinion, bro. This facts, brother. So it could be your opinion, but this is not opinion. Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. It's not close. It's not. I don't give a fuck if Bill Russell got more rings than him. I don't give a fuck if Kareem Abdul-Jabbar got as many rings as him. If you motherfuckers know the history of the game, you know that five of the 6 rings that Kareem got, like, he was still effective and still doing his thing. But, bro, them is Magic Johnson rings, bro. Okay? Not to say that, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar obviously, did contribute. Obviously, he contributed. Right? It's Kareem. You know what I'm saying? But by the time Magic got there, Kareem was on the back end of his prime. And by the time they, started, by the time I got to the mid 80s, man, Kareem was that was Magic's team, bro. Magic is the reason for them championships. Like, before Magic got there, Kareem was missing the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So I understand Kareem, everything he done basketball-wise as far as his entire basketball career, including high school and college. you know, all the championships he's won and the success, you know, and what he did at UCLA, and I understand all that, bro. But Michael Jordan won his rings as that nigga, as the guy. 6 finals MVPs. And I don't put a whole bunch of stock in final MVP like y'all niggas do. To me, it's an overrated award. It's a great award. You know, it means you were, well, most of the time it does, but I can name a few awardees that have won that award that maybe should have went to. Well, I know for sure that 2015 Finals MVP should have went to Steph Curry, not Andre Iguodala. I'm sorry, I don't give a damn. So, but most of the time, you know, when you win a Finals MVP, it means that you were, you know, probably, you know, it doesn't always mean you were the main, driving force, or the only driving force. It just means that maybe you were the main driving force. But even all the time, it's not that. KD's 2 Finals MVPs, Steph Curry played just as well. KD's numbers may be a tad bit better as far as points wise, as far as, okay, you know, in those 2 finals, KD might have averaged like 30, and Steph might have averaged like 27 or 28 or something. It's a difference of 2 or 3 points, bro. The main reason why Kevin Durant has those rings is because of Steph Curry. That's my point. You can't forget that. You know what I mean? Everybody was all like, he came over here and like, bro, we was already a championship team. We was already an all-time great team before Kevin Durant. So stop acting like this nigga came over here and just changed life. No, we changed life for him. But that's me getting off track a little bit. I'm saying that to say Michael Jordan got 6 Finals MVPs. You know, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar got what, 1 or 2? You know what I mean? That's cool. You know what I mean? Like I said, I think the Finals MVP is a overrated award. They put too much stock in it, and, you know, really, because it really, to me, became a big deal, you know, since Steph Curry hasn't had one. And for whatever reason, over the past 5 or 10 years, they done made this Finals MVP thing like, if you don't have a Finals MVP, you ain't shit. Like, bro, the Warriors don't got not one championship without Steph Curry. Not one. Not even close. So, but my main point in this, bro, is that Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. Isaiah Thomas on First Take this morning, just, you know, still showing his pettiness, his childlike behavior in talking about LeBron James is a better overall, all-around player than Michael Jordan. Like, it's all of these he gotta preface it with all of these, you know, little things. Oh, he's the best is he better than Michael Jordan or not? Not is he all around? He's an all around better player? He's, you know, like, bro, what you trying to do, Isaiah Thomas? You got to get that hate out your heart. You got to stop it, man. You embarrassing yourself now. Like, y'all want to give LeBron James the longevity award. That's what y'all want to. That's what y'all trying to do. If y'all want to, you know, that's one thing I give him over Michael Jordan: longevity. He able to you know, stay at the top of his peak for a longer time than what Michael Jordan did. But you guys got to understand, Michael Jordan didn't give a fuck about that. This nigga won 6 rings in like 13 years. That's like damn near you averaging a championship every other year. So, like, Michael Jordan didn't have to play fucking night. For one, Michael Jordan wasn't chasing. He wasn't. There wasn't a player that came before him, like that he was chasing them down to be like the greatest player of all time and shit. And that's what LeBron is doing. That's the reason why he got to keep playing, keep getting all these stats, keep trying to win championships and all this other shit, because he know he's trying to, for whatever reason, he can't, you know, he just got to go down as the greatest of all time. It's not good enough to just be one of the top 5, top 10 players of all time. That's not good enough for him. He has to have people say, I'm the greatest basketball player ever. And it's like that's just so much of a egomaniac type of mindset, bro. Like I said, y'all want to give LeBron James the longevity award. All right, bet. Just because you played 10 more years longer than a motherfucker don't mean you better than him, okay? So is Robert Parrish the greatest of all time? Because the nigga played damn near 30 years and shit? No. I know what y'all, well, you don't compare LeBron James to Robert Parrish. In all of LeBron James' 19 years, he's still at the top, you know, he's still, you know, at the peak of his, you know, career, and he hasn't fallen off and all of that other shit. And Robert Parrish, you know, he played all of those years, yeah, but the last, you know, 6-7 years or whatever, he wasn't the same player as he was his first 15 or whatever. Man, listen, I'm just using it as an example to say, just because you able to play hella long don't make you better. Vince Carter played, 21, you know, years. You know, Kobe Bryant played 20. You know, Dirk Nowitzki played 20 or 21. That don't mean they better than Michael Jordan, because they played all these fucking years and shit. So, and this is part of my thing where I say, y'all letting this nigga trick you. Y'all letting LeBron James trick you. Okay? Now, Isaiah Thomas on this motherfucker this morning, man, talking about he's the greatest all-around player of all time. You know what I'm saying? He's the greatest all-around player because he's going to, by the time he's done, he's going to lead or he's going to either be leading or be top 5 in every statistical category. This nigga trying to bring in steals and assists and blocks and all. Man, get the fuck out of here with all that shit. That's what you want to say to make your argument. You know what I mean? But we all know what this is. Michael Jordan and Isaiah Thomas got beef. This man, Isaiah Thomas, just can't let it go. He just can't let it go. And it's sad, man, because it's like you getting to a point now to where it's like you embarrassing yourself, bro, and we all know. So even if Isaiah Thomas truly believes what he says, you can't really take it at face value because him and Michael Jordan got beef. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't get along. You know what I'm saying? So most people are going to take it as you just hating, bro. Like, and I generally, you know, think that's what it is. Like, it's like he's so jealous that Michael Jordan is looked at in the light that he is. You know what I'm saying? Now he on there trying to, like, basically he doing what fans do. He basically trying to up LeBron James's competition in his career and basically say Michael Jordan he beat he like he didn't beat nobody in the finals. Like, that's just, man. So if that's the case, okay, Portland Trailblazers, Isaiah Thomas, Michael Jordan's Chicago Bulls beat the Portland Trailblazers in the finals. You beat the Portland Trailblazers in the finals. So, I mean, but hey, from what you say, Portland Trailblazers at that time wasn't shit. Clyde Drexler, he ain't shit. Kevin Duckworth, all them niggas, they wasn't shit. Terry Porter, they wasn't shit. Like, bro, like I said, it's exhausting, man. It's frustrating to talk about, man. You know what I mean? But I'm starting to get upset because it's like, Zaya, don't do this, bro. Don't do this, bro. And then he on there talking about, now I'll give credit to Michael Jordan for what he did for the game from a marketing standpoint, and making the, and taking the game and making it being global. So that's it. You don't give that nigga no credit for winning 6 titles, 6 finals MVPs, winning 3 championships in a row, retiring, going to play a whole nother sport, and coming back and winning 3 more in a row. He got 2 3-peats in his career. There's only been 3 3-peats in the history of the game. Or there's only been 3 since Bill Russell's Celtics. Okay, there's only been 3. He got 2 of them. The other one was the Kobe and Shaq Lakers in the early 2000s. Okay, in the modern era, there's been 3 3-peats. Michael Jordan got 2 of them. I mean, LeBron James ain't never even sniffed 3-peat, nigga. Like, even if Isaiah Thomas truly believes what he says, we can't take it at face value, bro. Because you don't like Michael Jordan. So all people gonna say is, man, you just saying that because he beat you, and you don't like him, and like, he said, in the 80s, he said in the 80s Jordan was a non-factor. Boy, like, you just sound stupid. You sound stupid as fuck, Zeke. You sound like a dumbass bitch. And not only that, you from Chicago. Michael, and Chicago, that's Michael Jordan city. That's another reason why you mad, because this nigga done came through and took over your city, nigga. We don't look at Isaiah Thomas like a Chi-Town nigga no more, even though he is. We look at him like a Detroit nigga. You feel me? So there's just a whole bunch of jealousy and hate, you know what I mean? And he talking about stats. Bro, them stats that just, all that mean is that he played longer. That's all that mean, bro. That don't mean he better. It don't mean he better, bro. Hold on, my fault. Yeah. So it don't mean he better. Like, he gonna have all of those stats. Like this is what y'all gotta understand. Like I said, Jordan wasn't chasing nobody. All he was chasing was championships and victories, wins. That's all he was chasing. He wasn't chasing the ghost of Larry Bird or Magic Johnson or Isaiah Thomas or Kareem or Wilt Chamberlain or Bill Russell or all that. He wasn't chasing none of that. He was just doing what he got to do. LeBron James is playing basketball right now for the sole purpose of, I need to get all my stats and accomplishments and accolades up so that they can say I'm better than Michael Jordan. That's what he playing for. Period, point blank. Jordan did all that shit that he accomplished in way lesser time, bro. Like 13 years he did all that shit. I'm not counting the 2 years with the Wizards. I'm not counting that, bro. That shit, throw that out the window. That shit was just, he was just a nigga that just loved playing basketball, and he could still play at that time. So he said, and he was owning the team. And so he just came back and said, fuck it, I'm gonna play. Because I can fucking do that. I can still play. So, you know what I mean? I'm going to come back and play. Nobody count that Wizard shit, bro. Like, that was just, like, extra shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit don't mean nothing. So, all of that shit that he did, all them MVPs, then he got, 5 most valuable player awards, 6 rings, 6 finals MVPs, a defensive player of the year award. Now that's another thing. He wants to talk about LeBron James is a better all-around player than Michael Jordan, right? Well, where is his defensive awards? He want to talk about he's a better all-around player, but you just talking about offense. You talking about offense. What about defense? Jordan won in 1988 the Defensive Player of the Year award and the MVP at the same fucking time, bitch. In the same year. You know, talking about you know, Michael Jordan, you know, they want to talk about, you know, y'all showed him highlights of him going through the legs against Larry Bird, but y'all don't talk, and he scored 63 points, but y'all don't talk about how he got swept that series. That same Michael Jordan you talk about swept you, bitch. So let's not talk about sweeps. LeBron James been swept twice in the finals, bro. Twice. And then he want to use the excuse, you know, except for the 2011 finals, you know, LeBron James was not favored in his other 9 appearances that he went to the finals. Bro, even if that's so, what the fuck do that matter? It don't matter just because you favored to win the shit don't mean that you, what do that mean? All that means is they're saying that they predict that one team is better than the other team for whatever reason, so they think that the team that's better is gonna win. It don't always go that way. 04 Lakers versus 04 Pistons. Everybody thought the Lakers was gonna win. Why? Because of past history and shit like that. The Lakers were favored. Did they win? No. The Pistons won. 07 Patriots Giants. Patriots was undefeated. Did they win the Super Bowl? No, they lost in the Super Bowl. They were favored to win that shit by a lot, but they didn't. So I don't give a fuck if you favored, like to say, oh, like he trying to say, well, his team wasn't better anyway. So, you know, so the fact that he lost, so what? He lost to the better team. Man, get the fuck out of here. Like, in all of those series that he played in, he's the every single time finals. He has been the best player. So y'all say he the best player. So by that standard, I mean, he should be the favorite by default. And actually, he was wrong. Okay? Because you want to say 2011 just because it was the Mavericks and he choked the fuck out of that shit, and that's a whole nother thing. Jordan never had a moment like that. Once you have a moment like that, ain't no coming back from that, bro. You can't be better than Jordan. So in order to be better than Jordan, bro, you have to be flawless in your career. Okay? I'm not saying that you have to be, that you got to go undefeated in finals. But you damn near got to go undefeated. And if you do happen to lose one finals, you know, like everything else got to be so pristine because of where Jordan, of where he put the mark at. It's way up here, bro. So y'all are lowering the bar for LeBron James, and that's not right. Like that's what, you know, people like me that can't stand this bitch ass nigga, that's what we don't like. Y'all say, oh, well, in 2007, nobody expected him to beat Tim Duncan and Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker and the Spurs. And this, he got there. He got to the finals. One of the top 2 teams in the league. He had to beat the bad boy Pistons 2 with Chauncey Billups and Rip Hamilton and Ben Wallace and Rasheed Wallace in order to get there. They had already won a championship, been to 2 finals. So you can't beat a team like that en route to getting to where you got to, which was the NBA Finals, and then once you get there, be like, oh, well, no, we ain't had shit. Nigga, you beat one of the best teams in the league to get there. How you ain't shit now? Cause you in the fucking finals. That's the shit. That's the shit y'all try to do for LeBron James, to prop him up. They wasn't doing that for Michael Jordan, nigga. You had to win. Period, point blank. You win or you lose. It wasn't, oh yeah, I lost, but nah, you lost. So he say 2011. Oh yeah, 2011. You know, gets the Mavs. That's the only time that his team was favored. That's the only time his team was favored, and you know what I mean, and he lost. Bro, what about the very next year against the Oklahoma City Thunder? OKC wasn't favored to beat the Miami Heat, nigga. No, they weren't. I'm sorry. Okay? They won a championship that year with the Heat. What about that next year in 2013 against the Spurs? The Heat was the favorite. They was the defending champions. The Spurs hadn't been to the finals since 2007. So at that point, that was 6 years. Okay? I remember this shit. Isaiah Thomas saying this bullshit now in 2022, trying to, you know, make motherfuckers forget about what actually happened and what actually went down and how it went down. I don't forget. Y'all niggas lucky I'm not on no damn ESPN, Fox Sports 1 and all that other shit, man. I'll be telling exactly how it is. Them niggas wouldn't like me. Fuck La Bitch James. So, 2011 he was favored. 2012 he was favored, won. 2013 he was favored, barely won. 2014 against the Spurs, you lost. You was the favorite, bro. Nigga, you got LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh, bro. Like, y'all not, Dwayne Wade had already won a championship. And let you niggas tell it now, y'all act like Dwayne Wade was just along for the ride now. Revisionist history than a motherfucker, man. Dwayne Wade was not chopped liver. He was already an NBA champion and had won a finals MVP with the Heat already. That's the reason why LeBron went over there, so to learn how to fucking win. He couldn't do it on his own. He couldn't do it with the team that. And when I say on his own, I don't mean on his own like by itself. I mean, as you are the star player, the main player, along with other parts around you, like Jordan had. And y'all, I know y'all want to say, oh, well, no, Jordan had Pippen. He's a top 50 player of all time. Man, Jordan made Pippen what he was. Yeah, Pippen, you know, did what he had to do, and he deserves all the accolades. He deserves to be a top 50 player, top 75 player, one of the greatest players of all time. He deserved all that because he was that. But he was that because he played with Michael Jordan. Period, point blank. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, nigga. If Scottie Pippen don't play with Michael Jordan, bro, he don't have that type of career. Jordan was already who he was before Pippen. I'm not going to say that he would have had 6 rings without Pippen. I do believe he would have won a championship, though. Yeah. Michael Jordan was going to get there and win a championship sooner or later. But LeBron had to leave Cleveland because he couldn't bring a championship. And I kind of believe that if he would have stayed, eventually they would have won a title in Cleveland. Now, he eventually did come back and win one, you know, under certain circumstances, but that was after he went somewhere else, got 2 fucking easy rings over there when he was talking about not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8, you know what I'm saying? And you got 2 out of 4 years, which is good, but not for at that time, y'all got to understand, bro, that was that was the first iteration of players. It wasn't the first super team, but the other super teams in the past weren't known as super teams because they didn't get put together how LeBron James and them put that Heat team together. So yeah, if you want to go back and say the 80s Lakers was a super team, the 80s Celtics was a super team and all that, okay, whatever. But those teams wasn't put together like that. The Lakers drafted Magic. They drafted James Worthy. You know, they didn't draft Kareem, but Kareem came to the Lakers like what, 4-5 years before Magic got there, and they wasn't doing shit. Kareem won his first championship with the Milwaukee Bucks and Oscar Robertson. So let me get back to it. So 2014 against the Spurs, the Heat was favored. They lost. 2015 against the Golden State Warriors. This is one I always go to because, see, once again with this revisionist history shit, you motherfuckers forget, okay, that first Warriors championship, they were not the super team Warriors. They were not some unbeatable team. So when motherfuckers get to talking about the Warriors and that first championship and how they beat LeBron, oh, and LeBron had no chance, and it's not, yes, he did. He was the fucking favorite. The Warriors hadn't won nothing yet. They hadn't won nothing. They had a great season. They were the #1 seed, and they had the MVP and Steph Curry. But they were not unbeatable. They had a hard time getting to the finals. It was tough for them in the second round. It was tough for them in the third round. In the third round against the Rockets, maybe it wasn't so tough. But in that second round was tough against the Memphis Grizzlies. They was down 2-1. And even the finals, that first finals that they won in 2015, they was down 2-1. To LeBron James, the quote-unquote GOAT, best player of all time, and that game 4 was in Cleveland. So Cleveland should have been up 3-1. If you the GOAT. Like I said, at that time, Steph Curry was still coming up. Yeah, he had won his first MVP that year. But, bro, they were not unbeatable. That was not some unbeatable Warriors team. I'm sorry. And LeBron James lost. Now, I understand Kyrie got hurt in game 1 in overtime. Kevin Love had got hurt in the first round of that playoffs against the Boston Celtics. So he was out for he dislocated his elbow or his shoulder or something. So he was out for the whole playoffs. Okay? But let y'all tell it. I don't want to hear nothing about the Kevin Love shit. See, y'all use Kevin Love was injured. All the LeBron apologists and everybody that want to make a case for him being the fucking GOAT and all that other shit. Y'all use Kevin Love as an example when y'all want to make your argument. You can't have it both ways. You can't say in one sentence, like y'all say, Kevin Love wasn't shit. He didn't do nothing. He was this and that. He was just a role player and this and that. You know, in his time with Cleveland, in his time, you know, with LeBron James in Cleveland. But then at the same time, in the next breath, you'll say, well, LeBron James lost because Kevin Love wasn't there. You can't have it both ways, bro. Like, is he shit or is he not? Like with Jordan, bro, it's not all of these excuses. You don't gotta say, oh, well, this, because why? Because he ain't no excuses, bro. Y'all make all these fucking excuses for LeBron James and why he ain't got more. Like, it's just sad, bro. It's sad, bro. It's always this, and he ain't got this. He ain't got help, and he ain't got. Every time it start getting, look what's going on right now with the Lakers. He's been there 4 years. First year, they didn't even make the fucking playoffs. And they said, oh, well, you know, he got hurt. Okay, yeah, he got hurt. He wasn't hurt for the whole year. He wasn't hurt for the whole year. He got hurt for like, what, 20, 30 games or some shit like that? Okay? When he left, they was in the 4th spot. And so, when he came back, they still had a chance to make the playoffs. They didn't. He sucked. They sucked. Okay? That second year was the pandemic year. That was the bubble year. So if y'all want to, okay, whatever. Y'all want to give him credit for that shit, I'm going to say, okay, y'all give him credit for that second year. Okay? If y'all want to do that. But me, I'll say, damn, my nigga, there was a 4-month break right smack dab in the middle of the season. Now, I understand everybody got that break, but still, it wasn't a normal year. It don't usually happen where in February or March or whatever it was, all of a sudden they shut down the season for 4-5 months and shit, and then come back in August to finish out the season. That was an unnormal season. And then not only that, you in a fucking bubble, you in fucking Disney World. Ain't no traveling. You don't gotta travel nowhere. You in one location on campus at this motherfucking one location. Okay? There was no fans allowed. So you playing in arenas where one team's supposed to be the home team, one team supposed to be the visiting team, but the home team ain't really at home. Ain't no fans there to root on the home team. So that to me, I mean, I'm not saying it fully don't count. It's not a normal year, bro. So it's like it's I don't even know, it's like a semi-championship. I don't even know what the fuck you want to call it, but whatever. Y'all want to say that, okay, whatever. Anyway, that was first year Mr. Playoff. Second year they won that little Mickey Mouse chip. Third year, which was last year, they got blasted in the first round by the Phoenix Suns. And then this year, they might not even make the playoffs. So out of 4 years, 3 of them is really unsuccessful. Because they ain't winning no fucking championship this year. I don't give a fuck what happened. They could win all the rest of their fucking games in the regular season. You ain't winning no fucking championship this year. You know what I mean? And now they want to blame Rob Pelinka and the Lakers organization. And man, shout out to the Lakers organization for not letting this bitch come over there and think he can just run the motherfucking franchise and run they shit into the fucking ground. The motherfucking Los Angeles Lakers don't need no motherfucking LeBron James, nigga. They've been doing this, been winning championships. Shout out to Pat Riley and the Miami Heat for not allowing this bitch to come over there and ramsack their whole motherfucking franchise and take it over and run they shit to the fucking ground. And Pat Riley saying, fuck that, it's only gonna be one motherfucking cook in this motherfucking kitchen, bitch. That's gonna be me. You stupid motherfucker. You wanna go back to Cleveland? Take your bitch ass back to Cleveland then. You dumbass bitch. With that fake ass hairline. So, for Isaiah Thomas to sit up there and make that point, well, out of the 10 finals he's been to, he's only been favorite one. You fucking capping. You capping in a motherfucker, Zeke. Okay? You was favored in 2011. You was favored in 2012. You was favored in 2013. You was favored in 2014. You was favored in 2015. Okay, 2016 you weren't favored because of what the Warriors had did that year, 73-9. Your ass was down 3-1. You almost lost that one. The NBA seen that shit, so whoa, we can't have this. Well, we can't have LeBron James going out this easy in the finals. Let's suspend Draymond Green to give the Cavs a little bit of a chance to get back into the series. Then 2017 come around. Okay, you weren't favored. They still said you the best player in the league. The best in the world. That should account for something. And you still had a fucking super team. 2017, you had Kyrie, you had Kevin Love, you had you. So, I mean, no excuses, bro. I don't give a fuck, nigga. Because they brought on Kevin Durant. And everybody else over there outside of Kevin Durant was homegrown. Mostly everybody. Andre Iguodala came the year before they won their first championship. Okay, but signing Andre Iguodala wasn't no like, oh, they got Iguodala, they finna, it's bad now. Y'all look out for the Warriors. No, it wasn't that type of signing. So 2018, okay, you wasn't favored. You got swept. I mean, you can't get one game, nigga. One game. You LeBron James, bro. You can't win one game at least. So the whole argument about who was favored and he wasn't favored, like I said, even if he wasn't favored in none of them, that don't mean nothing. You still lost. That's not a fair argument. Well, it wasn't fair, so the fact that he took a loss, it shouldn't count against him. No, it count against him than a motherfucker. All that shit y'all be saying, well, he was 2007, 2017, 2018, and all that other shit. I don't count those losses because he didn't have a chance to win. How you don't got a chance to win? He to go, right? Nigga, it's your fucking fault, nigga. KD went over there trying to team up, nigga, with everybody and make all these fucking super teams and make it so hard for everybody else to win and want to make it so easy for yourself because you want all the fucking top 5 players on your fucking team and shit. And the Warriors and Kevin Durant one-upped your ass. So, okay, that's what we doing? All right, watch this. KD said, fuck it, I'm going to the Warriors, nigga. Since that's what y'all want to do, yeah, power move out this bitch. Yeah, you did that. If you don't never go to Miami, Kevin Durant don't never go to Golden State. It don't happen. I know I was all, well, how do you know that? I know. Because Kevin Durant follow after every motherfucking thing LeBron James do. So, that's your fault. You set the precedent. You laid down a foundation to how to cheat and win fucking championships. So motherfuckers like, well, shit, okay. Since that's what we doing. So, yeah, that whole argument about he wasn't favored and all that other shit, that shit don't mean nothing. This nigga Isaiah Thomas trying to get this nigga the longevity. And like I said, all in all, we all know what it is, Isaiah. We all know what it is, bro. You and Jordan got beef. You don't like the nigga. You know what I mean? He kept you off the USA team, so they say, in 92, the Dream Team. He swept you, went on to win 6 titles, and once he got to the top, nobody else wasn't winning no championships. So while you sitting there trying to downplay Michael Jordan's competition, you can't downplay it. The reason why you can look at it like that is because Michael Jordan made you look at it like that, from keeping them niggas from winning. That's how good he was. Because of the fact they lost, you trying to make it seem like his competition wasn't like he ain't really all that good. It's just his competition wasn't that good. No, he made his competition not look that good, nigga. Fuck you niggas talking about. So to me, Isaiah Thomas, you just look bad, bro. You look bad. And even when you go look at because I they be having these shows, First Take and Undisputed and all that shit. You can watch it on YouTube and all that shit. So that's where I'll be watching this shit at. And you should see even the comments, bro. Now, I'm not to say comments is end all be, because, we all know these motherfuckers on these comments, a lot of them be trolling and, you know what I mean? But you can go through comments and see certain people comments and see what they're saying and see that some of these motherfuckers know what the fuck they talk. You can see that certain people know what they talking about by the type of comment that they leave. Everybody ain't just leaving some old trolling ass compliment. I mean, some old trolling ass comment. And 90% of the comments on on these YouTube videos, are that's the main thing they saying. Like, come on, Zeke, bro, like, you got to stop this. Like this haterade is just, I mean, it's getting ridiculous, my nigga. It's pretty fucking ridiculous. Like, straight the fuck up, bro. It's getting pretty ridiculous, man. You know, like, straight the fuck up, man. And yeah, you just can't take what Isaiah say at face value. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. You can even see that the NBA 75 ceremony during halftime. They was right by each other. They ain't say not one word to each other. You know what I mean? Michael Jordan doing his own thing, being celebrated as he should. All of them was being celebrated, but I mean, it's just, you could just see it, just the hate, how much this nigga just hate this nigga, bro. You know what I mean? The arguments that you use every argument except for wins and championships. You talking about stats, longevity, who's, you know, better passer, better rebounder, and all this other man, please, man. Like, you sound stupid as fuck talking about this shit like that, man. Talking about, you know, it's just straight up, who's the better player? Who do you think is the better player? Not all these misnomers. Oh, who, you know, he's this person, you know, the better all around, or you know, he's better at this. But no, basketball 101. Who's better, this one or this one? That's it. Not trying to preface it with all these fucking little ass fucking whatever the fuck, so you can make your argument look right. Talk about no one in NBA it's like, I know they not gonna say I'm like, it's like Isaiah, like, I know they ain't gonna say I'm better than Michael Jordan, so let me find a way to say one of these new niggas is better than him. You know what I mean? Like, it's sad, bro. It truly is sad. You know what I'm saying? That this man, just give him his, I mean, okay, you don't like him. Say you don't like him. Like, Michael Jordan has let it be known that you don't have a good relationship, y'all don't get along. But that has not ever stopped him from saying that me, Michael Jordan, I believe Isaiah Thomas is the greatest point guard in NBA history after Magic Johnson. After Magic Johnson. You see what I'm saying? He said that, giving him his propers. You know, and one of these lists, I think the ESPN list came out. I'm probably gonna do an episode on that too. ESPN dropped a list of first the top 75 was revealed, then they put them in order. They ranked them, and I believe Stephen A. They got Isaiah Thomas ranked 27. Come on, bro, that's too low. Even I would rank Isaiah Thomas ahead of that. You know, like. And another thing, they got motherfucking, on that list, they got Dr. J ahead of Steph Curry. How, bro? How? I mean, I can understand maybe still having him there, you know, before he won his second and third championship or something. But, bro, Steph Curry has surpassed Dr. J. I'm sorry. Like, so they off on a lot of shit. But I say that to say that that Michael Jordan has not, like I said, he's never hated on Isaiah Thomas. He just called it right down. You know what I mean? And like I said, I know Michael Jordan he don't give a fuck. Jordan don't give a fuck about none of this shit. He know who he is. Like you could see just the confidence and the competitiveness and the sureness that he has of himself every time you see him, every time you hear him talk. Like you can just like he not gonna say he the GOAT. He know he the fucking GOAT, bro. He knows this. This is not like, so he don't give a fuck if you say, you want to say LeBron James better than whatever the fuck. Ain't no way to prove it. Ain't no way to prove it because you can't go back in history. You can't put Jordan in LeBron's era or put LeBron in Jordan's era. So you ain't gonna never be. So why the fuck I'm gonna sit up there and get all bent out of shape about somebody saying that this player is better than me all time, and on top of that, the player that the person that's saying it is a motherfucker that's a rival of mine that don't like me, that we don't get along, we got beef. Of course that's what he gonna say, because he a petulant ass, childish ass bitch. Yeah, Isaiah Thomas, I'm talking about you, boy. Yeah, I lose respect for niggas. Like I just said, how I would rank him higher than, you know, where ESPN got him ranked at all time, which is 27. I probably find some way to put him in my top 20. You know what I'm saying? But bro, on some real shit, I lose respect when you let how you feel about. I lose respect for you when it's blatantly obvious that you are letting your emotions and the way you feel about this man dictate your analysis of his career and where you think he ranks all time. This nigga talking about, and he even got Kareem over Jordan, because he said, how can you can't be the GOAT if you don't lead in no statistical category. Bullshit. Bull fucking shit. It's like, come on, man. Like bullshit, bro. Bro, the reason why Jordan don't lead in all of those categories, he didn't play long enough. Calculate Jordan's numbers. Take his first 13 years. You know what I mean? All his years with the Bulls. You know, from the time he was a rookie in 84 to the time he retired in 98, the second retirement. And then do the math on if he played another 6 years, or, you know, if he played 20 years. Because, you know, we all know LeBron James ain't going to retire after this year. Next year will be his 20th year. So, you know, he going to at least play 20 years. You know what I'm saying? And longer than that, this nigga talking about he guaranteeing his motherfucking son going to be in the NBA and shit. So, but do the numbers on that and then get back at me. Like, bro, Jordan didn't, that was not his goal. Jordan's goal was not to be the all-time leading scorer of all time, to be the number one assist man of all time, to be the number one steals leader of all time, blocks, rebound. That wasn't his goal. His goal was to win championships, win as much as he can, and make his mark. Like, Jordan didn't set out to be the fucking greatest of all time. While he was playing, he wanted to let you know that he was better than you and he was the best. But at no point in time in his career did it come off like he was playing to show people that he's the greatest basketball player to ever play in the NBA, like LeBron James is doing. He never, that was never his goal, bro. His goal was just to win. Just simply win. And show my opponent that I'm better than them. Whoever I got to go through to win this championship, that's who I got to go through. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to show you that I'm better than my opponent. That's what it was. LeBron James is playing, trying to, so people could say he better than Michael Jordan. That's why he playing. There's nothing else for LeBron James to prove. Nothing. So, but you want to keep playing so you can get Kareem's record and this and that and all, whatever. Fine. Do that shit, nigga. Go get the record. Go get the all-time points record. I don't give a fuck. It don't mean you better than Michael Jordan. Because you ain't. So, like I said, man, Jordan wasn't chasing all that. Jordan felt like that's why he retired the first time. If that was the case, why would the nigga have retired after winning 3 championships in a row? And that was only 9 years, bro. He won his first championship in his 7th year. So years 7, 8, and 9 were championship years. Okay? Year 6, he was in the Eastern Conference Finals, got beat by the bad boy Pistons. Year 5, he was in the playoffs, got beat by the bad boy Pistons. So, year 4, I think, was the year they got put out by Boston. When they got swept, but he scored 63 points in that one game, and Larry Bird called him Jesus and sneakers, God and sneakers. Or one of them, that may have been the second year. But anyway, I'm just saying, bro, that Jordan was not playing for all of that. He retired after winning 3 in a row because he okay, what more else do I have to prove? You know what I'm saying? I'm not just playing basketball just to play. Yes, I love the game. You know what I mean? And that's why he eventually came back. But at that time, at that point that he retired that first time, okay, it probably had more to do with his father passing away in the manner in which he did as well. Because I think that 3rd championship, if I'm not mistaken, that 3rd championship was the first championship where his dad wasn't there. So it's like, man, I done won 3 in a row. No one has won 3. At the time when Michael Jordan and the Bulls, won, they had that 3-peat. Bro, nobody had 3-peated since Bill Russell's Celtics, nigga. Nobody. Not the 80s Celtics, they didn't 3-peat. The 80s Lakers didn't 3-peat. Okay? Detroit in the 80s, they didn't 3-peat. Nobody in the 70s did. So you got to imagine that. To be the first person, the first team to 3-peat in fucking 30 years and shit. What more do I got to prove, man? I'm not playing just to play. I done proved my point. You know what I'm saying? For those that wasn't either born at that time or was too young to know what was going on at that time, Michael Jordan was already considered to be at that point definitely the best player in the world, and a lot of people already call him the greatest player of all time. Really, before Michael Jordan, it wasn't really a big talk about who's the greatest ever and the GOAT and all that. It was Michael Jordan is kind of the one that even made that type of thing a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because of what he did. That nigga was supernova, bro. Because of what he did and how he did it and how he won in the dominant fashion in which he won. Once he got to the top, nobody got nothing. Michael Jordan is the only player of all of the Pantheon players, the 10 to 20 players in history that really don't have a fuck up moment, a choke moment. Yeah, he in the 80s he didn't win a championship. For one, you know, we only talking about 84, 85, 85, 86, 86, 87, 87, 88, 88, 89, 89, 90. So, I mean, he wasn't like he was, I mean, he only played half the fucking decade. He didn't get drafted till 84. So you take out half the decade right there. So when a nigga say, oh, he like, that's Isaiah Thomas said that shit. He wasn't a factor in the 80s. Bitch, he didn't play for half the fucking decade because he wasn't in the NBA yet. You stupid motherfucker. So you want to talk about 5 or 6 years, like this nigga, like everybody, like people don't just come into the league, nigga, and just win like that. Everybody don't do like Magic Johnson or Larry Bird. Okay, now Larry Bird didn't win his first year because Magic Johnson won, but Larry Bird won his second year. So I'm saying it's very rare that players come in and they first, second year in the league, they lead a team to a championship and shit. Has it happened? Yes. It's happened a few times, but if you look over the history of how long the NBA has been here, no, that shit don't usually happen like that. It takes a few years. It take a little while. So the fact that Michael Jordan didn't win a championship in his first few years, that don't, that don't mean nothing. When he got to the top, he made sure didn't nobody else win. Nobody else could say that. No other Pantheon player can say that. To say, after I won my first championship, I continued to win and I prevented all the other great players of my era from winning. Nobody else can say that. Okay? So, maybe I was going to say, Bill Russell can kind of say that, but he can't say it fully because one of those years they lost to the Lakers. The one year that Jerry West won his. You know what I mean? Jerry West was in the finals, 10 times and shit, and only won one. But they got that one off them. So, I think Bill Russell, I think it was something like he won it 11 out of 13. So I don't know the both, but I know that Jerry West Lakers team was one of them. Okay, that Jerry West Lakers team was one of those championships that Bill Russell lost. But Jordan didn't lose no finals to nobody. If he played in the finals, he won. Okay, so. And he don't got no choke moment. Like he don't got no moment where, like the Tragic Johnson moment with Magic, like LeBron 2011, or if they want to say like Steph Curry in 2016, or Larry Bird. Larry Bird never really had a choke moment, but that when he missed that shot that, could have won, for one of them times that they lost to the Lakers. Or, Kareem, or, you know what I'm saying?